So if you haven't heard by now, Fallout 5 has finally been greenlit. It only took an entire decade after Fallout 4's release, and more than likely will be another 10 years before it finally does, come out. It's even crazier to think though that we haven't had a good Fallout game since New Vegas, which released in 2010, meaning by the time Fallout 5, if it's actually a good game, would mean we need to wait 20 to 25 years for a good Fallout game, which let's just be honest, okay? Anybody who's inhaling that copium thinking or wishing for Fallout to be good again, we both know it's not going to be good. Although supposedly the game might not be made by Bethesda, since they were working on Elder Scrolls 6, we was kangs out in Hammerfell and shit. And also I'm guessing more Star Slop DLC. How exciting, dude. C-A-P Which maybe Bethesda not working on the next Fallout game is actually a blessing in disguise, since, they won't be able to ruin another Fallout game. Which kind of begs the question though, if it's not Bethesda making the next Fallout game, then who is it? I'm sure everybody's initial thought or go-to thought is Obsidian, which yeah, I guess they could work on Fallout 5, but does anybody actually really want that? Like seriously, the Obsidian who made New Vegas is not the same Obsidian of today. Probably nearly everybody who worked there back in the day has left. Plus, let's not forget, okay, that Obsidian has been putting out literal cow shit straight out of the fucking Ganges River.
I just fucking... Real talk.
Like, has everybody already forgotten their last game that they put out being Avowed, where 80% of the NPCs were brothers of color and fellow queens? Not to mention the game just being extremely mediocre and obviously incredibly woke.
What the fuck were they thinking?
But who knows, maybe in 10 years this whole woke bullshit will finally have faded into obscurity. But we both know that isn't going to happen. And this woke shit has been going on easily since like the 60s and honestly even before that. Maybe it'll die down a little bit in the next decade, who knows, but it obviously isn't going to go fully away. It is quite pathetic and sad though how long Bethesda takes to put out games nowadays versus back in the day during the 90s and early 2000s. Like in the span of 20 years from when they released the Elder Scrolls Arena in 1994 all the way up to 2015 with the release of Fallout 4, we had gotten 8 Elder Scrolls games and 3 Fallout games, 2 if we don't count New Vegas, since that was by Obsidian, versus 2016 up to 2035 or whenever Fallout 5 is going to release. How many games would we have gotten by Bethesda? We got Fallout 76, Star Slop, Elder Scrolls 6, and maybe Fallout 5 if it isn't delayed for another decade, cause Bethesda and Microsoft love to be lazy fucks and love to take their sweet time. But that's 5 games, not counting the shitty DLCs for Elder Scrolls Online or the mobile shit. Literally 4 fucking games in the span of like 20 years by Bethesda versus 11 games. And just to hammer in this point even further, just to showcase how close together most of these games released versus now, back in the day, we had Morrowind in 2002. 4 years later, we got Oblivion in 2006. A short 2 years later after that, we got Fallout 3. Another 2 years after that, we got Fallout New Vegas. And only 1 year after we got New Vegas, we got Skyrim in 2011. And 3 years after that, in 2014, we got Elder Scrolls Online. And 1 year after that, we got Fallout 4 in 2015. Like, do you see how quickly they used to be able to release games? Like, it's nearly back to fucking back, only with a 1 or 2, maybe 3 year window between each game. Now it's like half a fucking decade, if not longer, to get one single game, and we're waiting over a decade, if not 2 decades, just to get this next sequel in a franchise. It's just fucking pathetic. I mean, I guess we have the masterpiece that is the Fallout show that, everybody seems to be glazing, such as the Act Man. I'm like, oh my god, bro. And especially with that, Fallout actress girl, I don't even remember her name. I don't even know her name, but the one that like everybody is like, simping over.
And stop staring at me with them big old eyes.
Oh my god, isn't she so beautiful, dude?
C-A-P
It's sad too, since like most people, I loved Bethesda back in the day when I was a kid. One of my favorite games back in the day was Oblivion, and I also loved Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Yeah, Fallout 3 isn't the greatest Fallout game, and a lot of the autistic Fallout community thinks Fallout 3 is bad, and I still think it's a relatively good or decent game at the end of the day, and it's still fun to play. Obviously, New Vegas is better than 3, and obviously out of 1, 2, 3 in New Vegas, 3 is obviously the worst one. I don't think anybody is denying that, unless you just hate CRPGs or or you're just retarded, but that's probably more so a you problem than anything. But yeah, it's not even like I have expectations or high hopes though for the next Elder Scrolls game or Fallout 5. I genuinely hated Fallout 4. I have never finished it. I just can't bring myself to do it. I've tried like 5 or 6 times going back to finish it, and each time I do so, I quit after only a couple hours just due to how fucking boring and bland that game is. Like, I'm sure if I installed mods, it would be a more pleasant experience, but the thing is, I want to play the game, you know, vanilla, like it was intended on my first playthrough. So despite me being a pretty big Fallout fan who's played every Fallout aside of Tactics, and my first, you know, Fallout game actually being Brotherhood of Steel on the original Xbox back in the day, I can't say I have hopes for the next Fallout game. And yeah, I know a lot of people shit on Brotherhood of Steel, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people claim it to be. It's basically just like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance or Diablo. It's just an action RPG. Like, it's not that bad. Like, sure, it shits on the Fallout lore, all that, but at the end of the day, it's still fun, I think. But anyways, how could anybody be excited for Elder Scrolls 6 if they played Star shit? Like, seriously, not to mention for anybody who's getting sick of the woke shit, which Starfield was incredibly woke with its bug-eyed NPCs who all look like, you know, they're related to Deborah Wilson, and just shit Reddit writing. Elder Scrolls 6 is speculated to be taking place in Hammerfell. If you know anything about the Elder Scrolls lore, that's basically home of the Red Guards, and if you know anything about Red Guards, they are the ninjas of the Elder Scrolls world. And for anybody who had forgotten or just didn't bother playing the Oblivion remaster, let's not forget that they did indeed Wakandify all the Red Guards in that game to be much more African in look, despite them never actually supposed to be, you know, straight up African. I know I just said that they are the ninjas of the Elder Scrolls lore. Obviously, I know I just said that like 5 seconds ago, and they kind of are, but they were never a one-for-one, obviously. So get ready to do quests in Elder Scrolls 6, where I'm sure Nords or Imperials are going to be like enslaving the Red Guards and just trying to bring the Red Guards down and shit. Like, I will place money on that shit, that the game will have some sort of quest like that, and when I inevitably get all the autists saying, oh bro, you're just a fucking racist dude, when the game releases and they have a quest like I just said, I will be expecting my apologies, okay? And if they don't have that, they'll probably have some other race-related quest, which ties in with the real world and racism, because modern-day dipshit developers obviously can't help themselves but insert the, you know, this bullshit into video games. But yeah, it's just absolutely pathetic how long it takes Bethesda and Microsoft to put out games at this point. Like, I just don't get how Microsoft buys Bethesda and they are sitting on this massive cash cow, fucking gold mine ready to be mined and milked, and they just don't do anything with it, and they just are incredibly slow to get literally anything out. Like, I just don't understand how any company can just be this straight up fucking incompetent. They buy all these companies, right? Take decades to put out a single game, then when the game finally does come out, or a lot of times before the game even does come out, they shut down the studio, which sure, obviously nobody's losing sleep over most of these woke companies being shut down, or these woke games being canned, like Perfect Mansion Dark, obviously, but that's not really the point. The point is, they have all these properties and do literally nothing with them. What the fuck is the point of spending billions of dollars for these IPs and games when you don't do shit with them? I'm glad though that Phil Spencer is finally leaving Xbox. That motherfucker has done everything to kill the Xbox brand, from moving away from dude bro shooters and violent action games with voice moderation and banning people for saying no words. Oh my god, bro, they're saying fucking they're being offensive to women and, you know, offensive to minorities. Oh my god, dude. And just straight up, you know, being a complete fucking pussy cat, to never cracking that whip on any of these studios, just letting them do whatever the fuck it is that they want to do. Fuck Phil Spencer, okay? Yeah, this is a shorter video, so sorry about that. I don't want to stretch out videos and always prefer to just get to the point, but yeah, I didn't really have anything else to talk about, and I'm working on that Devil May Cry 5 review, which is going to be quite long, probably well over an hour. So since it's been a while since I last uploaded, I figured I'd put out a small video in between. I'll probably also be playing and reviewing the new Wu Ching Ching Chang Chong game.
I'm playing a woodwind instrument. I'm Japanese.
As well. Hopefully that game is decent. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, it's obviously been kind of slow, and I don't just want to put out news slot videos or read articles like the Quarter Pounder or Bavara Mansion Dark, Smash JQ, Dr. Disaster, or Fritanga. But yeah, if you have any recommendations on videos or anything you think might make a good video to react to, let me know, or join the Latina Kingdom and tell me. But yeah, Fallout 5 is obviously going to be dog shit. The Fallout show season 2 will probably also be dog shit, and so will the Elder Scrolls 6 probably also be, you know, dog shit.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out. Real talk.